gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, happy holidays and happy new year to all my subscribers, all my members, and the entire Doomsday community. Truth be told, we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for you guys, and man, are we getting close to 4,000 subscribers and more. So, if you haven't already, let's start this video by smashing the like button, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel, and filling out that notification bell. But since what we're trying to do is create the largest, highest DLS community in the game, I need you to do me one other favor. Share this with your alliance. There's probably one or two people that don't know about me, don't know about us. It would be great to be able to share the message out there and get this out there so that a lot of people can stay as educated as you are on the game and as up to date with all the changes that happen inside the game. That's also why you want to hit that notification bell and fill it out, because we just did another giveaway where I gave away a second seat to the upcoming district showdown that is happening next week, starting on the 31st, Wednesday the 31st, into the weekend. With that being said, let's jump into an event, into something that a lot of people have been asking me about. I did a review of when they dropped the rules, but now that the event is ongoing, we have a little bit of an experience with it, and I can talk a little bit about the good parts, the bad parts, and my overall opinion. First and foremost, the good parts. I'll give you a little bit of example. I'm currently farming outside of Jungle Crisis. And if you'll see, my shelter is outside of Jungle Crisis. So I can farm outside of Jungle Crisis to allow myself resources. So it's not necessarily that big of a cost on resources. Number two, once we go in, they provide us with a ton of rescue elixirs. And just like everything else, they heal 50,000. I've got 13 of them, and I've already used approximately 10. So they give you a ton of them. That's 23 so far. And I haven't purchased either of the $5 or $20 packs yet for the event. Okay? So far, it's been pretty good. If you look here, there's also another event called Trash to Treasures where you can trade in things like your defensive fabrics or your carbon steel, either your defensive fabric or your carbon steel, or other speed ups and things that you don't need for rewards. Such as, look at this, 60 rare hones, 240 high carbon steel, 60 fragment or parts materials. So a decent amount, 500 one hour healing speed ups, 500 1 hour training speed ups. Sorry, I got those backed up, but you get my point. Lots of opportunities. The only problem I have is, and this is where it starts to go downhill. Okay, don't get me wrong, we're doing 80% heal every day, 80% heal every day, which is great. We're doing 80%, 80%, and 100% coming from your aid station, which is great, which allows you to fight. There is War Meets War, so you're obviously able to build up points, and you're getting honing chips, and again, more rescue jungle elixirs, some superb fragments, and some seasonal merit, which is great. However, if you're going to want more of these bramble coins, the only place to get them is to buy them in the $5 pack. Now, you could say it's only $5, no big deal, and you're right, it's only $5, but with every other $5 pack that there is that are kind of important to look at, this adds up very, very quickly. Now, I haven't looked at the $20 pack. In my opinion, yeah, you're getting a whole bunch of jungle rescue elixirs, so it allows you to fight more often. So if you want the points, that's great, but for me, I'm looking at the 80 million as the it. If we want to go into the rewards that we're getting here, yeah, the top gets some, and yeah, the top 200 get some. I mean, we're talking about a couple of superb fragments. For the majority of people, it's going to be nothing, right? We're talking maybe 3 at the top 10, which is not very much. So it's really not, the rewards there aren't that great. The good rewards are in the Trash to Treasure. The good rewards are in the beginning parts of this, where you're actually ended up getting some superb fragments in the small 10 millions and in the small 40 millions, and as well in the 80 million. So everyone's kind of around the same mark there. But if you want more of those bramble coins and more of the fighting chance, you need to spend money into it, which kind of sucks. Now, let's talk about how the event actually works. Because as you'll see, it kind of looks a little bit like Island Raid, but it kind of looks like Island Raid and what's it called? It's like Island Raid and the Arena had a love child. It's really weird. So basically how it happens is, like we mentioned, first and foremost, there are no shelters. Okay, no shelters. So it's just troops, and they all come from the helipad. So they all have to march to and from the helipad. So if I'm over here farming from these guys at this advanced stone quarry, it's about a 6-minute march away, and I have to march those out every single time. Now, people are going to say, well, can you intercept them? No, you can in a way. I can't click on a march that's marching. Like, for example, if I wanted to intercept blue, I couldn't just click on blue, right? Like, I can't click on blue. It won't let me click on his troops. But what I can do is I can click on the spot in front of him, in front of where he is, and if I were to put my troops here, and if he was the enemy, when he walks over my troops, because I'm occupying that space, we'll engage in combat. But combat is arena style. There's no strategy involved, okay? There's no getting your friends to group up on a whale. There's no hitting and running. There's no rallies. There's no garrison. It's all arena style, which to me is not what Doomsday is. That kind of takes a big part away from it. And we're going to touch more into that here when I give you my opinions. But so far, it's a situation that says it's all arena. Now, is it not fun? Yes, there's definitely some enjoyable parts, right? When I walk through and I see reports like this, where I'm ended up, 10-1 on the trades, yeah, I'm obviously having a good time. I'm laughing. I'm at, it's good for kills, right? It's good for stacking kills and things like that because you can't run away from it. But the problem is you can't run away from it, so there's no strategy. It's literally just flip a coin and hope that you're stronger, right? And don't get me wrong, I can beat a lot of people in the field, which is why I can beat a lot of people in the arena, which is why I'm having fun with this, and I have a strong arena team. But for the average player who doesn't, who struggles with that, the average player who might be focused in rallies or garrisons, the average player who might be hyper-focused in one troop type might struggle a little bit in this. And I say that with all the best intentions because the truth is I'm trying to look for good things in this game. And there is still fun aspects, right? You still have to fight. You still have to coordinate with your alliance. But let me give you an example. I don't build towers here, okay? I don't build towers here. So the R4 team, the leadership team, has no real control on it. Every single person collects stone. Every single person can capture a space. Every single space gives you 1 additional point per minute of the points that we're looking for, of the science research samples. Okay, so right now, if you look here, we're getting 2,438 a minute compared to guys who are number 1 here at 2,389. So we're producing about 60 more because we've got 60 more of these spots. Okay, so the basic concept is collect as many of these spots as you can because that helps build it up. Collect as many of these bunkers as you can because those help build it up, right? They provide 250 per minute. Right, we're looking at 1,000, 20 per minute. These ones here provide 20 per minute. These ones provide 1,500 per minute for the medium bunkers, right? And everything's done through the helipad. So you're going to capture spaces. You're going to build across those spaces to capture those locations. You're going to fill in as much territory as you can to earn as many points per minute as you can. And that's literally it. And then you're going to fight each other in arena style fighting. Like, watch this. Oleg Vladimirovich is going to come attack, and let's see what happens. So he's going to run into this guy first because this guy's in the number 1. And you see what happened? Destroyed. Right? So he comes in, he gets destroyed, which isn't bad for me, right? I get the points, but there's no strategy to this. He sends it and I just stand there and take it. There's no strategy whatsoever, right? So I take the win, I take the points. Yeah, it's good for me, but again, no strategy. Okay? And this is really what it comes down to. So even when we're talking about here, there's the rally charge, right? There's this rally charge function. All this does is you and your allies will proceed to launch a rally charge on the target plot once the preparation time is up. So it sets like a rally, but it doesn't work the same. It's basically like fighting arena style with all of those marches. Like there's no strategy involved. There's no rallies and garrisons. There's no, massive field fighting. None of that kind of stuff. And although the rewards are decent and although there is fun, it's not Doomsday. Let's be honest. What is Doomsday Last Survivor? What makes Doomsday Last Survivor so good and so different, right? Because there's a lot of other games that do this, chess type, individually send and hit instant fighting type damage games that are out there that don't work. They're no good. They're all the same. And one of the things that Doomsday did differently was field fighting, was group fighting, was the strategy involved behind that, rallies, garrisons, counter rallies, and the rest. This is just simple capture space, whoever's more active wins. And that's not anything to do with it. And the truth is, I'm saying this as a person who is enjoying it for what it is, right? 52 million points. I'll get my 80 million. I'm not worried about that. And I won't spend resources to do it. And I can farm in the process, right? I'm farming stone here. I could just go back and forth, right? I could just go back to the regular region and still farm here. I could still do other stuff here. So I've got lots of things to do in the process, right? And again, the rewards aren't bad for what you get for free, but the fact that trash to treasure, more of this trading in your trash is locked behind a paywall, that's annoying. The fact that there's no strategy in fighting, it's literally just send your troops, that's annoying. The fact that the travel is so small or so slow and you have to come from the helipad is super annoying. I have a feeling, as if I remember from it, that these forward outposts means you'll be able to start your troops from here, right? You'll be able to start your troops from here. Or you'll be able to start your troops from here, which will be great to move yourself a little bit forward because it's exhausting to have to run the whole way. But it's still a situation that says, like, it's not Doomsday. It's everything away from Doomsday. So when I look at it, I say, yeah, it's fun. We've got some alliances. We're playing. We're doing good. We're second in the group so far. We've got the highest points per minute right now. We're the most active. We're fighting back. We've had some struggles with 209K, but we've been able to overpower them with just sheer numbers. But my overall opinion of this event is that it's absolutely trash. This is not what we signed up for. This isn't Doomsday. This has nothing to do with Doomsday, and yet we're going to see a bunch of this game that already, from what I've seen from the players that I've talked to, they don't like it. They don't like it. The vast majority of players don't like it. The only ones that are going to like it are the big, strong whales or the people that have a lot more than everybody else. The people that are on the top 10%, they're going to love this game because it's easy for them, right? They're only going to have to avoid 1 or 2 players on the entire map. But that's not what this is, right? So, like, even for me, I'm one of the strongest here, right? Top 20 maybe, so I don't really have to concern myself with most stuff, but that's not fun. I want to be able to concern myself with most stuff. I want to get into a field fight and lose because there's too many that I'm fighting at once. I don't want to fight one-on-one until I eventually die. Like, that's boring. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. So my last opinion, guys, like I said, and I'm going to continue saying this, Jungle Crisis is a joke. It is not a good event. It's not Doomsday. So just get in, get your free rewards, and get out. Because if this is what they're moving into, guys, I'm not going to share. I'll tell you one thing. If this is IGG's approach, I'm really curious and concerned with the future of this game. Because this is not what we want. This is not what we asked for. This takes away the identity. And what we want is that Doomsday identity. So please, IGG, if you're listening to this, bring it back. Get rid of this crap. This is crap. Take it back to the drawing board. Get rid of it. What happened to Dark Seal? Like, we got lots of other options, and this just ain't it, homie. This just ain't it. But with that being said, guys, thanks very much for tuning in, guys and girls. Love, peace, chicken grease. But before we do that, because I'm one step ahead of myself and my brain is just doing things, I am going to ask you to like, subscribe, fill out the notification bell, and comment on the video what your opinion of Jungle Crisis is. And share it with your alliance. Like I said, we're trying to grow this as big as we can. We are just under the 4,000 cap. I am, number one, floored with how fast we've been growing this group, this community, and everybody else included. And I have been humbled to know the amount of impact that we've been able to have and the amount of help that we've been able to help everybody with the schools and sessions that we do and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to give a nice, big, heartfelt, happy holidays, a heartfelt, happy new year. And here's to good things happening in the new year, good growth, good sharing, good energies, good vibes into the new year. And I do wish everyone all the best. But with that being said, here's the real one. Love, peace, chicken grease, and until next time. Oh, wait, I did want to mention one thing. Just kidding. Stay lifted. We keep it rolling, big last. Take a hit, don't let it crash. In this fight, we'll kick your